Good morning. I just wanted to do a little video on the results of my Women's Executive Health Screen. So this is in conjunction with Charter Medical. They came to me to do a collaboration. They wanted to raise awareness of the fact that almost double the amount of men go for these health screenings as women. So I thought it was great, yeah. I was like, something I definitely needed to do. My outlook was always like, it's grand, I'll be grand. But at the same time, I kind of had all these niggles in the back of my head that I was kind of concerned about. So as we all know, like recently I lost my auntie to breast cancer, but her sister also died to breast cancer. I've had other scares, and my dad had a brain hemorrhage. So there's all these things that, while you can't preempt everything, it definitely helps to have a bit of peace of mind knowing that you can get a full NCT on everything else and make sure that everything is working properly, and that they can advise you on anything that needs to be changed or supplemented. So Charter Medical do a Women's Executive Health Screen. They cover everything. It's all in the blog post as well if you want detailed information, but I'll just tell you how it went. So I went in on the Friday morning, 8:30, and went in and was seen to straight away. First I had to do a urine sample, and then I met the nurse, and she was so lovely. I was saying, yeah, no, I was fasting. She was checking that I had fasted, and I had fasted from, I think, 12 hours before. I was like, yeah, no, and I didn't even have any coffee. And she was like, good, well done. And then she was like, then she just said to the other nurse, like, will you go get a coffee? So that literally as soon as she had my bloods out of me, there was a coffee waiting for me. I was delighted. Anyway, so she did an ECG test where they hook up you to the machine and check your heart. Or she took all the blood samples. I'm fine with needles. I was like, yeah, take as much as you need. She took my height, weight, like they use BMI. They also look at your abdominal girth. Like they check your waist to hip ratio and that as well. So then with my coffee, went back into the waiting room, and then I actually at that day I had a bit of a cold, and I never get sick, like ever. I never go to the doctor. I didn't have, when you have to fill in your GP's name, and I was like, I don't really have one because I haven't been in years. But I had to go in and do the lung test, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. But so you had to like breathe into this apparatus and they test it. And then I went in to meet the doctor, and the doctor was just lovely. A female doctor. Everyone's female in the women's area. So we sat down, talked about any concerns I had. One major concern for me was that about breast cancer, that since I've had the implants in, that I didn't know if I could test them or if I could check them for lumps as well. So she checked them and kind of showed me how to check, but she said that if I want to get a mammogram, I'd have to go privately. That like females in Ireland have to be 50 before they're entitled to one. So she checked everything. She, talked about my family history and everything, and we talked about, what I need to do, and she asked a lot about lifestyle and food, and which really interests me, like that they were advising on nutrition, and they get you to fill out kind of typical days, food and snacks, and we had a great chat. Like I actually get a really interesting talk about nutrition and kind of how she tackles nutrition with other people. Yeah, she checked everything for me, ears, heart, lungs, eyesight. Perfect eyesight. I really want glasses though. Then, she did full smear test. And then she just kind of asked, any other concerns. And I was saying about my cough, like my chest. I felt like I had a bit of a chest infection. So she advised me to go down for a chest x-ray. I also got an optional DEXA scan, which tests for bone density. It's optional, you don't need to get that, but I thought it'd be interesting because apparently weight training helps females' bone density. Anyway, so after I went down and I had x-rays, and then they sent me on my way, and I got a lovely voucher for food across the road, and I got the results yesterday. Basically, I'm perfectly healthy. I mean, it's not too surprising, like she said, with my diet and training and everything, that I'm pretty good. Like I don't drink too much. Blood pressure normal, vision screen normal, ECG normal, and then the physical examination, they measured cardio, respiratory, nervous system, musculoskeletal, abdominal, breast examination, head and neck, all normal. Then all the blood test results, and the full blood count, kidney profile, liver function test, bone profile. There's loads here. Iron, I was actually surprised it was normal with iron. I thought I'd be low on iron. They checked fertility, normal. Vitamin B12, folate, vitamin D, normal. Thyroid function test, normal. Basically everything was normal, so delighted. There was nothing really that needs to be improved on. And to be honest, and like kind of final word, it's like continue your present level of exercise, maintain a diet high in fibre and rich in fruit and vegetables, which is probably one place I am lacking. Anyway, so Charter Medical have offered any one of my followers that mentions my name, it's €150 off. Well, it's normally $4.95 and you get it for $3.50 if you mention Siobhan OH Fitness or OH or anything. I'm also going to run a competition, which you will probably see with this video, and I will pick the winner shortly. I just think there's ways to spend money, and getting your full NCT on your body is such a good way of, you know, figuring out anything that needs to be sorted earlier on in life before it's too late. That sounds very morbid, doesn't it? Yeah, so if you have any questions about it, just leave comments below. So thanks for watching. Just a short video that was too long to put on Snapchat and all that. So give us a thumbs up, and I will... Oh, and apologies because I've got my Invisalign in, so I've got a lisp probably for the whole video. But I'm getting better until today when I get this tooth out. Oh, anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.